Marcus made me type this. Okay. The leader of this community, Marcus, said I should start keeping a journal to get my mind off of Rhonda. He also said I might find something interesting inside this stupid old building. What could possibly be interesting here? The only thing that works in here is this junky old terminal. It's amazing. This place is a radio station. If we can get it repaired, we can broadcast across the music across the waste, just like Rhonda and I used to listen to. Oh, Rhonda, I wish you hadn't gone away. I asked all of the mutants here for help, but none of them could do anything for you, which makes me doubt that they can fix this place. The radio station is fixed, and we've begun sending our messages out into the desert. Marcus thinks I spend too much time in here. But what does a first gen know? Rhonda says they're just one step from the dum-dums, and I agree. The elite. There was a fight in the yard today between some of us and the first gens. Marcus made a speech about how we need to work together, but why should we? We're the master's favorites. We don't need their help. Rhonda says we'd be better off without them. Marcus and the others left today. Finally, we have the whole place to ourselves. No more listening to lectures about what we can and can't say on the air. The airwaves will be free. Now Rhonda and I can host our own radio show like we've been planning to. I don't know why Marcus always refuses to let us do it before. He always started getting real nervous when I told him what Rhonda thought about things. Rhonda says he was afraid she was too smart to control. Anyway, this is the start of a new era. The only downside is that most of the dum-dums chose to stay. Great news! A ghoul entered our camp today who has experience fixing machines. He seems to really like it here, so I hope he can stay long enough to fix Rhonda. Weird. Rhonda just asked me why she would need fixing. She has a point. What was I thinking? I finally got Raul to finish installing security measures on my door. Now I can have all the privacy I want. Just in case I have a dum-dum moment, I've placed a spare key under the stairs behind the building. No one ever goes back there, so it should be safe. Cool. Fuck it. Our stealth is going up pretty high now, and the key is right there. A rock. Not just a rock. Not just a boulder. I meant. Well, we don't need all that. Fuck, what am I doing? I don't need no 357 magnums. Yeah. Sorry. I'm so sick, dude. Yeah, we don't need that. Pair note 3, whatever. Sheet music book. Let's take that because I'm pretty sure that's going to be important for something later. Install the remote signal transmitter. You quickly install the device as directed. Immediately a small green light on it begins pulsing, indicating that it has begun transmitting. I will need to remember to come here on different playthroughs because a lot of good shit here for the guns that we'll be using for that. First, open these trunks too. Take. Take. Wasn't there another one in here? Yeah. Take. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Alright, cool. What's this here do? Oh, I guess this actually turns it on. I believe. Should. Oh, well, radios are off right now. I think that just boosts the signal. I think so, anyway. As if I don't have enough pointless things to do here, Tabitha wants me to start keeping a log of all the repairs I do. So here's my first log entry. I fixed up several old terminals that were left over in the intact buildings here. I wonder what she's planning to use them for. Apparently the mutants raided a caravan today. One of their rifles jammed. Took about 7 minutes to fix. Also performed minor maintenance on the broadcasting tower outside. It's tempting to think that I could have just pulled a switch there and taken this accursed station off the air. No doubt she would have killed me soon afterward, but it might have been worth it, just to see the look on her face. The mutant with the scar across his face, whom I've taken into calling Cuddles, stopped in today and asked me to fix his car. I told him that's outside my expertise and seriously thought he was going to kill me. Tried to escape today. Tabitha had one of her men beat me senseless, when they caught me. Now they lock me up in the next room whenever I'm not working on something. Oh, and I fixed the toaster. Doubles came in about his car again. He even brought a container of gas and asked if that would help. I tried to tell him that a gas was not the problem, but he got really angry and dragged me outside. Tabitha killed him herself before things got too ugly. At least I don't have to hear about this damn car anymore. Tabitha came in today and said she's concerned about my safety. She's insisted that I change the lock on my door to require a password. Usually one of the other computers I fixed. Using one of the other computers I fixed. I'm really starting to regret ever fixing those. The password is 123456789. Like anyone who cares would ever read this. Here's the fucking car too. Cuddles toy car. I'll take that. Disengage lock. Hello. Get to you momentarily. Actually, fuck it.
Took you long enough, so can I go now?
What do you mean by took me long enough?
Sorry. I assumed the only reason you'd fight past a horde of super mutants and pick the lock on my cell is if you heard my cry for help on the radio. But maybe you're just sightseeing. So since the door's open and all, can I go now?
Okay by me, enjoy your freedom. Wait, who are you?
Name's Raul. Raul Alfonso Tejada. I'm the mechanic around here.
Then why does your jumpsuit say Miguel?
Probably because it used to be Miguel's. Whoever he was. How about if you let me go, huh, boss?
You're the mechanic around here?
No. No, boss. I'm a prisoner of the crazy super mutant with the wig and the glasses. I was kind of hoping you were here to set me free. But maybe I'm not a pretty enough damsel for that. Huh?
I love Raul. Can you repair some of my stuff?
Sure, boss. I'd be happy to prolong my captivity and psychological abuse to tighten some lug nuts for you.
Alright, what? 11,657 caps. God damn. Yeah, never mind.
Back again?
Okay, yeah, enjoy your freedom.
Alrighty then. I'll just head out, alone, by myself, into the dangerous waste.
Actually, do you want to tag along with me?
Sorry, boss, but as much...
Tell me about it. Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, let's do this first. Who are you?
Name's Raul. Raul Alfonso Tejada. I'm the mechanic around here.
Where are you from?
I was born just outside Mexico City. My family had a little ranch there.
Mexico City. Okay.
I'm an open book, boss. Granted, the book's in Spanish and some of the pages have fallen out, but I'm an open book.
How old are you?
Old enough to know better, boss. Old enough to know better.
Okay. What's Petro Chico?
You never heard of Petro Chico? Un amigo de Poseidon Energy. Of course not. They were an oil company in Mexico back before the war.
All right. How'd you end up at Black Mountain?
Well, boss, when a giant insane super mutant asks you to stay put, you do what you're told. Well, maybe you don't. But I'm just a broke down old man.
Okay, how did Tabitha find you in the first place?
It's stupid, boss. I used to listen to the radio broadcast, just to pass the time. Well, one day the signal stopped, so I figured I'd try to find a transmitter. I'm a pretty good repairman. Or I was before my eyes started to go. Anyway, I found Black Mountain and offered my services. But Tabitha decided I was useful enough to keep around. Permanently.
Alright. Let's talk about something else. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. Hey you?
Should have brought the next stop, Hoover Dam, huh?
How about go to Lucky 38? So that we can at least get him, and then we'll go grab her back.
You need... Anything's better than staying here. Let's go.
Regular maintenance perk. Alright, cool. So, look how he just has a bowl of noodles in there. Now we have him. I don't think that opens up any more dialogue for him, though.
Not to worry, boss. I'm sure killing the boss of one of the families will in no way lead to savage, bloody reprisals against you and your loved ones.
Yeah, you should definitely know about that. This dude's like an eldritch being or something. He just fucking knows. Dude, I love how this is stuck on my screen, too. I need to save and restart. Well, not the game, but... can you tell me anything about Mr. House? Wait a minute. Do you know anything about a goon named Benny? What's your take on the NCR?
They're all right, I suppose. Had a bit of a tough going there at the beginning. You know, their first town was nearly wiped out by raiders. Anyway,
Shady
they got their good
Sands?
points and they're bad. Just like a lot of the old governments from before the war.
I have some other questions. How do you feel about the Legion?
I don't really have a problem with them. People around here tend to see them as invading marauders planning to burn and pillage the countryside. But I've been to Arizona, boss. Before the Legion, it was a nasty place. So thick with raiders you couldn't trade with a town 2 miles up the road. Caesar's laws aren't nice, and their actions aren't always pretty. But then neither am I. But you keep me around.
Oh. Tell me about New Vegas.
It's big, it's bright, and it's one of the biggest cities still left from before the war. Well, mostly anyway. Used to be just a curiosity. The buildings were pre-war. But it's just as full of raiders and barbarian tribes as any place else. Then Mr. House took over. Got the power turned back on. And got the tribes reformed into something civilized. And now they run his casinos for him.
Yep.
You forget about me already, boy?
Why are these back open? Okay.
I'm not much use besides being a portable encyclopedia, really. I guess you could use me as a pack Brahmin. But my knees aren't so good anymore.
I don't believe that. You must have some skills.
That's nice of you to say, boss. But I'm an old man. Not much use to anybody anymore. Time was. I was a pretty good shot with a pistol. I guess I'm still half decent. These old bones aren't much use in hand-to-hand fighting, though. I can also do maintenance work on your stuff. I don't have the supplies for a real repair job. But I can keep your gear working longer.
Lots of older people are still useful to their friends and communities.
Yeah, maybe you can introduce them to me. If we find them. Because I've never met one.
Alright, well, I think we've exhausted his shit now.
Over-elaborate mob schemes to take over Vegas. Reminds me of the days before the war.
Can you repair some of my stuff?
Sure, I'll just...
Very funny. I mean, is there not a fucking workbench right here, brother?
I can't believe we were allowed... Sure, I'll just pull a tool.
Alright. Whatever, you know, fine. We need to go find Veronica, though. Well, we need to actually... Let's do this. Let's turn that off for one thing. We're gonna go back to grab her. but we needed Raul.
Move along.
Alright, I gotta get this fucking message off my screen. There we go. Report to, yep. We will do that shortly, but let's do this for you real quick. How about you head on without you?
Good call. I mean, if that's what you really want, boss.
We'll meet up at the Lucky 38.
Hey, as long as you're not asking me to go back to Black Mountain, I'm a happy old man.
There he goes. And then you can wait here because I don't want you to wait in there and me forget like I always do. Then we'll go back up to grab her.
Hey.
She's right here.
What's up? Let's go make trouble.
We're gonna get her back and then we're gonna leave. Go get Edie again. And now we're back to what we were doing. All right, let's go to Hidden Valley, shall we? Metal spoon and a hollowed out rock. Our armor's cooked, by the way. We need new armor bad. That's why I'm doing this right here, though. How's our hat and our beret and our glasses doing? Well, they're fine.
There you are. A few of us wanted to thank you for being such a good friend to the Brotherhood, so we've set aside some of our recycled energy cells. We'll leave a few of them in that footlocker in the corner every so often. The Paladins scoff at using recycled ammo, so no one should mind.
Lit. Got that. Okay. Let's go become a member of the Brotherhood of Steel.
Greetings, my friend. I hope I can be of some assistance to you.
Install the device up at Black Mountain.
Yes, we've already started receiving telemetry from it. This will be a great help in our future efforts, and I thank you. Now then, it is my great honor to bestow upon you the title of Paladin of the Brotherhood for meritorious service above and beyond the call of duty. I'm afraid a formal ceremony was out of the question, given our current state, but I hope this will make up for it. I had the Knights refurbish a suit of our power armor for your use. It's one of the earlier models, but it should serve you well. Now, I suppose I'm going to have to show you how to use it, aren't I?
Yes, even though we have a mod that where we don't need that, but
first, let's go
I didn't
over
want
how
to cheat
put
and
it
do
on.
that.
There. I think you've got the knack of it now. You should now be able to wear any kind of power armor you come across. I've also given the order that all of our equipment be made available to you.
Yay!
Not just the more mundane arms. You're a member of the Brotherhood now, and your gear should reflect that. Lastly, you will be allowed to come and go as you please. You've done so much for us that to do otherwise would be a crime. I just ask that you keep the Brotherhood's interests at heart in all your dealings. Remember that you will always have a home here.
That's that. So now let's put on that armor. Damn, dude. You could have gave me more shitty fucking... You couldn't have gave me more shit fucking gear. Like here's this like awesome power armor, you know? However, we're just gonna, hold on. Is there a difference between these? 25 pounds, 2 strength, minus 2 agility. Right. Okay, let's just maintain this. Then this isn't gonna matter. No, almost did something really dumb there. Except we don't really need the helmet. to be fair. Like, the helmet does add some more resistance, but I'm not gonna wear it because I have a fucking OP-ass crit chance staying on. So let's give that back to you, and then I'm going to put this on. You want to disguise yourself as a member of the faction? No. Oh, that's stuck in our... Yeah, let's give you that.